Hello and welcome. So I thought I'd do something a little different today, and I thought I would do basically a channel retrospective of just as a whole. So I thought typically retrospective I would go from the beginning and just kind of go through key points in my videos, maybe show off a couple every so often, and just give it basically a history lesson on my channel. So I guess it all starts off 5 years ago with this video. So basically, this was my channel intro. So typical channel intro stuff. Essentially, I compiled a compilation of basically the games I was playing at the time and put them all into a channel thing with just a song in the background. And at the end, the reason why I specifically chose Black Ops 3 was because that was the game I was mainly playing at the time. So I think I made my channel on the 16th of February, and this video, being my first, was only uploaded like 6 days ago, later. But that's basically it. That was my first video. So nothing special, just channel intro because I felt like it. Essentially, the first video is this one, which is basically just one of the first random games I could record, because I'd been playing Black Ops 3 for a while, but it wasn't until a certain point where I realized, okay, I can record my games now, so that's basically what I did. So, skipping through, there's nothing really fancy about this one, it's just me playing Black Ops 3 in a game. I'm not that good, so I don't go that well, but yeah, I go through playing a typical game. Part of me kind of forgot I was recording because this was the first time. I didn't actually remember, but it wasn't that fancy, just its own thing. Moving on. So because my games back then were kind of bad, like I had phone internet, so most of my games wasn't always good. So that's why with this one, I was playing the game. Oh, okay, I've skipped through a bit, but so it was fine. But at key moments, you'll notice I guess lag a little, because this was one of the days where my internet was pretty much showing why it's bad. Continuing on, just more stuff. That's why I did some custom game stuff because of the internet. As you can see, I did throw in stuff like in Warframe, which wasn't exactly that much. Pretty sure this is the only Warframe video I have on this channel. Screw that guy. I don't know what that is. I was new to the game, had no idea what I was doing. I just kind of was playing around. If it's gonna load. We won't wait for it. But yeah, so that's it. Just every so often I'll do stuff like that, but as you could see, a lot of them were just Black Ops 3. Like, here's some GTA, but eventually it just went back to Black Ops 3, some Doom. Really, it was just recording games. Like, they weren't exactly that big. They were just random games. I didn't do anything like Easter eggs or high kills or stuff like that. They were just random games I would name and upload. I guess a milestone would be... I'd say this was one of the first videos, I believe, I did with Share Factory, which was on the PlayStation. Grab it at the same time, it'll give us. As you can see, I put a really bad filter on it. I thought to myself, like, oh, this looks like found footage stuff, so like this would be pretty funny to do. So that's why it's got a really terrible. It ruins it, but basically why.
Pack a punch again, but I lost all my fucking cash.
So yeah, that's basically it. As we keep going, this was my first live stream that I tried to do. However, it didn't go well because, again, it was a long load time. That was cringe. But, my internet wasn't that good, so basically, we're playing, or I'm playing. and, you know, terrible quality, and
Playing
just
on a
out of
really
nowhere.
smaller screen. Back off, season boy.
Out of nowhere it cuts out, because that's how the internet was. Here, there was also a, I guess another milestone was I started playing more with people, so that's why
Right, we got
an
this.
example here is me playing with my brother.
Hold
So
on,
this was
I
basically
need
one
a
of the
piece
first
of candy,
videos of Two Bros Play, but
piece of
just one of
candy,
the first videos of,
and a piece of an apple.
you know,
An apple a day
playing
keeps the
with
doctor
people.
away.
So not much that special, it's just we're playing the game, forgotten around. I did have a few videos back here where I'm playing with people, like, if I remember correctly, these were just me playing with a group of friends in zombies. So my friends played... The way they played was they had it so their mics wouldn't pick up. So in the videos you couldn't hear them, but I could, so... It sounded like I was talking to myself most of the time, but that's just how... They didn't want their voice in videos, and I was
I
fine
got a
with that.
connection interrupted so bad.
But yeah, so that's... You know, that's the kind of videos I did back then. Continuing on, I did some Borderlands. Again, this is still during the time of, you know, bad internet, playing most offline stuff. Like, this one is a good example. I had such bad internet, I would just play a custom game like this, where all I did was go around punching people, or mannequins, offline with no people or bots, and that's just, yeah. Those were videos I did. One big one was I downloaded the Resident Evil 7 teaser, and I played that because I thought that would be interesting.
Oh, videotape, that's it.
So,
I don't know what else, but...
that's...
I mean,
I wouldn't call it a milestone, but mainly it was the first time I'd ever download something like that and just did a video for it. I tried doing starting room challenges because they were the style at the time, I guess. And then we're getting on to, I guess, the next milestone, which was my first ever technical series, where I played Doom, and basically I recorded each campaign mission. Some of them are like 8.5s because I couldn't put the whole thing in one, but that's basically it. I guess then moving on, this turned into... Basically, I was getting into Infinite Warfare zombies. So I did a bunch of Infinite Warfare Zombies 1. These in particular, I'd say from this one up until this, I was at my dad's up in Adelaide, and I had my PlayStation with me, but we had no internet, so basically me and my brother just had offline games versing each other on Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm. Just nothing too special, just fighting each other pretty much. Eventually that led on to something like this, which is when, again, we were still hanging around, but I thought we'd record a video of us. So it's not that fancy, just us climbing on top of something like this, recording.
Itchy.
I don't think he recorded... Oh, there's 2017 me. But yeah, it was just... I recorded it and uploaded it, but I don't think he did his. On we go, as you can see, more Infinite Warfare, some Skyrim. This wasn't I guess an example of one reason I'm glad I made a YouTube, because this was the first time I'd seen the Headless Horseman in my entire life playing Skyrim. I remember buying Skyrim for my PlayStation 3 back in 2011, when a month after it came out, I believe. And although this is on PS4, up until then, I used to play it wouldn't say almost every year, but most of those years. And this was just the first time I've ever seen him, so 6 years later, I finally meet him. And I guess, you know, again, I was happy because I realized that, okay, I can save the video and clip it. That's what I did, and that's why I've got it now, and I'm happy. some more stuff. As you can see, I did a lot more with Share Factory because I was really into Share Factory. Um, I started doing videos like this where I knew I didn't have a mic, so at some point here, I don't know where, I think it was a bit after that, but I lost my mic and it broke, so I had to do videos without audio or like me talking, so I did stuff like this because I didn't need to talk through it. Like, it was showing me opening Diviniums, showing me unlocking Zombie Chronicles, playing each of the maps, no nonsense. At some point, um, oh, so this was, I guess, a milestone for me because I had played so much zombies that essentially I got to a point where I hit Prestige Master. I was so happy because to me, I was like, oh yeah, hitting Prestige Master on zombies. Not that different. I didn't get much different or any good things from it because, back then you didn't really get much, but I think the main thing was you got yeah, here, you got the calling card, which is what I ended up equipping. And again, it wasn't that different, wasn't anything big, but to me, it was like, this was just to show how much of a nerd I was in zombies. I played it so much. Um, I guess an example was this. So, this was a very sweaty moment for me. I am not a good Call of Duty player. I am probably one of the worst. But when I did this game, I basically, to most people, this would be a campy, sweaty moment, but to me, it was such a big thing because this was the first time I'd ever gotten a lot of kills without dying so easy. So, wait, I might go back. Wait a minute. No, 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 that was it. So, I picked up someone's weapon. It was when I go into that room. That's where things start. Maybe not. Okay, no, there's a certain point I go into that room. Okay, yeah, here we go. I pull out a brecci, and then here's the sweatiest moment of my life. Yeah, I'm proud of this moment, because it's the first time getting a lot of kills, but even I admit it was a very sweaty thing of me to do. But, as you can see, yeah, just non-stop. I go down, thanks to a teammate, I can get back up. Still going, still going. Very sweaty moment for me. Both of us were stretchies. Again, I'm not particularly proud, but at the same time, it was just a great moment. First time I'd ever see myself go up like that. Moving on, I suppose, just more random stuff. I was almost playing the same games pretty much for a while, and then, of course, moments like this, again, not playing online with people. I guess there's not really much, just random games. Not much when it comes to milestone stuff, or just changes. I essentially had the same internet, the same, games, the same things. I just did it over. Some like this, I did something different, but I won't play this because I believe there's a song in it that could copyright me again, and I think I changed it on here, so I got rid of the copyright, but I had to take out stuff, but I don't want to have to do it again. So I guess an example. Uh, so around here, real talk. I guess things in life weren't going that great at some point. I kind of hit a low blow at some point, and for a while, I barely uploaded. Like, they say 3 years, but there's like a big few months in between here and here. But essentially, it led to me basically growing the thickest beard I've ever had since then. I've had thicker now, but I just don't grow it that big because summer and wearing a mask. But that ugly smile, that was basically thickest beard I had, and I thought, hey, make a video out of shaving it, which again, in hindsight, cringe and not that good, but I made a video out of it somehow. Because why not? And then there's the reason why I don't really like shaving, despite the fact I recently did it again. But back then, I wasn't taking care of myself physically, so I was very thin. I let the beard go crazy, and that was up against the first step in me getting out of that thing. I guess it gets to here, which the first real live stream I did. This is the second, but the first time it actually worked. So the new Zombies map for World War II came out, and I had my own internet on my phone I could do, so I just started doing that. And that's why this stream actually lasted as intended, because I, wasn't using my usual internet. And then eventually that was what led to here, which is why I was able to do a full 4-part stream, one each night, of me getting all the leftover achievements to Platinum Until Dawn. Eventually we got into... So I've played Fortnite once before this, and it was one game. Someone was telling me, download Fortnite, it's fun. Downloaded it, played a game, never played it again. However, I did play it again eventually, but these were the start of getting into Fortnite, which again was the style at the time because everybody was playing Fortnite. So that's why for like a line right there is just straight up Fortnite. Eventually I started visiting friends and stuff more. So you get to stuff like this, and then eventually these, which are all me recording myself, because for a good while that's really what I wanted to do, just record myself. So, an example, my friend and his mum and that took me on a little vacation thing in one time, and I thought, okay, so I thought I'd do a really bad, cringy vlog of us there, basically.
Got Paulie over here.
So,
So I'm gonna.
now, I don't think he ever uploaded back then. He does upload now, although I believe he said he was thinking of stopping, but he wasn't someone who did YouTube, so me trying to do YouTube, he essentially just was like, okay, this guy's doing YouTube, I'm gonna fuck around in it. And he did. So it's basically just us screw-ussing around.
Alright, we're just gonna... This is a dark area. Okay. You know, one of the bedrooms here.
Again, just me showing more videos of myself, which is why, as you can see, there's a lot more videos of me recording myself. Because, again, just back then, I was like, screw it, I'll record myself more. Going back, I got back into Borderlands 2, I guess, same internet and all. I would only do stuff like streams, like here, when I was at a friend's house, because I didn't have a PlayStation camera or good internet to stream, so I would be at their house and sometimes would just use their internet. So that's what this is an example of. Essentially the same thing. We did some Two Bros play with me and my brother. As you can see, recorded myself seeing snow I couldn't record the first time seeing snow, so I recorded the second time, and that's where that is. Black Ops 4 come out, again, I was mainly into zombies. I discovered Plotagon, decided to make some cringy Plotagon. They weren't that good, but...
So what do you want to watch first?
It's...
video and got curious?
Yeah. First time I saw
opinion,
Plotagon, and I just thought, screw it.
But storming Area 51 isn't...
Let's just stop that. I did a few more live action-y stuff. These are TikToks, but what it was I got them off my brother, and ones that I was in, I uploaded, so... As an example, I'll go with this one, which is probably my favorite.
Did you kill him? What kind of fucking animal do you take me for? No, I didn't kill him. Oh, fuck. But I did kidnap his wife. Oh no.
So, funny thing about that, me and my brother and his friend wanted to do TikToks and stuff, but this was during the time where Australia hit over 40-degree weather, which was extremely hot for us. And that one in particular was pretty funny because we put the blanket over him, but we didn't realize that he was basically a fried egg under there. So we tried to record that as quick as we could. Because he came out just covered in sweat because it was just unbelievably hot and we didn't have fans, so we just had to deal. Eventually, I got my own PlayStation camera, and that's what this stream is.
You should have seen that!
Oh, he's dead now.
Hang on, pause that for a second.
Respawn thing down there.
So basically, yeah, I had a PlayStation camera and I was able to record stuff, and we still had phone internet though, so we had to be careful. I guess another example, Australian summer at night time, it was like 20-something degrees, like 26, 27, so it was warm. So, I hate YouTube doing that. So, just a random cringy video, but we were outside in warm weather.
What are you doing, sir?
The demons of hell are summoned you.
Just cringe-arsing around, but we were going out to nice weather, that's why we did stuff like that. Getting onto here, I'm a huge fan of wrestling, as most who's seen my channel recently would know. So I basically wanted to make my own little wrestling promotion, which is what this is. So as you'll see, it's just non-stop of these. I won't click on them and watch them because I don't really care. And again, I would upload in between, but non-stop, that's basically all I would do. Getting on to just, again, random games, not really different. I want to believe we had, at some point, I believe it would be around here, somewhere, I guess, after this, in here, we got a modem, which is right up there, and that's basically why I was uploading so often like this, and eventually we got to this stuff, where I had, internet to do stuff, so I would do more streams, more online games like Dead by Daylight, which I came back to and did. And eventually I started off my next series, which was streaming The Walking Dead. Basically, yeah, that's it. So just playing online more, playing with people more of that. Again, a mixture of stuff. And just, that's, yeah, not much different. Eventually I did another channel intro. The issue I have with my channel intros is I always upload them too late. It's always in between the year, and it's something that I want to, next time I do one, I want to change and make it not that late, but pretty much the same thing. Eventually we got into Modern Warfare. Very late, but we got into it nonetheless. Continuing on, just random stuff. I did a lot more streaming stuff. Like, that's a stream. Basically that's what it was, just streaming more. I played a few other games, but otherwise, yeah, I played more VR stuff, so VR game there, Counting Plus VR. But overall, again, kind of just randomly doing stuff. Resident Evil 7 was my next series. The alpha for Cold War came out. We played that. Archibus Trip 2 was my next series. I revisited each of the zombie maps, but I did a stream, and the idea was to see how long I would go for. And eventually it ended with this, which is where it was the same idea, but I was playing with my brother and his friend. So it was kind of a change to see how long we could survive. And again, this is also a stream. Eventually we do go down, because eventually everyone does. Where are we all?
I went and bought a gun,
Okay.
so I've at least got something to cover myself with. Because
I'm not going to be able to get this.
Real low on ammo here.
it's alright.
It all came down to an end. It was fun stuff though, we were just fuck-assing around. Doom, next series. In between, some more stuff. Skyrim I did a playthrough of, which I think was one of my favorite ones. Beta for Cold War came out, we did that. That's something I guess I could talk about too. Back in the day when I started YouTube, I could never do stuff like streaming a lot more often, or even streaming and playing stuff like alphas or betas to stuff. So this especially is a high point in my life because I did a lot more of that stuff. I did videos almost every day. Nowadays, not so much, and back when I started, not so much, but this was a point in time I would be uploading at least twice a day. And it was just, I was so active. Continuing on, Walking Dead Season 2, more random videos. The Haunting of Verdansk event was one I was glad to have streamed. Small clips like this, they're not long videos, but they're just clips I thought I'd upload because, in my opinion, they were funny. Oh my fucking god, you have. Oh my god!
How did this happen?
Just, again, screwing around, not doing much. Eventually, I did stuff like this, which I started off as parodies, just kind of making jokes, but eventually it just became something I did sometimes. We went to events, doing stuff like that. Eventually Cold War came out. I didn't own it specifically, but I played it on my brother's console because he pre-ordered it. And so this is just an example of, me playing it for the first time. No mic or anything. But it was like 4 o'clock in the morning, I believe, and I was like, I want to play this. So, my first ever game online, Zombies, I had no idea what to do. I don't even think I pack-a-punched. I just didn't know what to do. Didn't know anything about, pack-a-punch or leveling up gun rarities and stuff like that. Knew nothing about it. So, first game, but it wasn't that good. I guess this was a milestone because I'd always wanted to do unboxings and stuff. So this was, I guess, the first time I ever did something like that.
Other than your nose, like, poking out, like, the bottom a bit.
With me on, hopefully. So,
But I feel
again,
like
it was
when I went
very
to an
hot
event
weather
and
back
got one
then
of
because
these
summer's
masks,
always like that.
It
But
just feels so realistic. And that's the video. I know it's a bit cringy, but
it was very cringy. Keeping on going, more random stuff, more stuff with Share Factory because I tried to get more into that. I started season 2 of that. A lot of Cold War. That was basically the only Call of Duty I was playing. Some more shorts. I started a Plotagon series, which, as you can see, I started here. Some more unboxings. I'd say around here, the milestone was I started doing more series stuff, like stuff that I could make multiple episodes of. Which is why I was doing a lot of Plotagon. There were moments like this where I played, it was on my phone, but I was able to play games that I wouldn't be able to play on anywhere else. So, no mic or anything, but I was recording on my phone and uploading it. That's basically what we're at. Again, keep going with it, more small videos. Getting into Destiny, I'd say in between here we started, but I didn't start recording till... I think that's really the first video of Destiny 2, I believe. Yeah, because we were still on Cold War back then. But Destiny 2, yeah, as you can see, that became basically the game I was doing more. Doing more phone games, more stream stuff, continuing stream series. I'm trying to figure out, there's a certain point that I changed my YouTube name. I'm trying to remember when that was, because I really want to remember, because I'm... We got like 2 months, yeah. I want to just see if I can find a video, maybe.
It's weird, but I like it.
Okay, no, so this is still the same name. I can't specifically tell you where. I never made a trailer or anything, but essentially at some point is around here I changed my name. So the story behind that was they had the whole name change thing released long time ago, but I never did it because I didn't feel the need to. However, at some point I just thought to myself, maybe I should change my name. Like, as much as I have had Rinnegan 001 since I first got a PS3, and just for a long time, I just felt like I needed to make a new name. And I wanted to try and think of something that I'm not going to sit here and say it was original, because basically I had a plot in a video game I was doing for my wrestling series where my character revealed himself to be a masked wrestler called Archangel. And I've always liked the name Archangel, so I thought of trying to do that name, but it was taken. So instead I kept going around, and eventually it ended with me being Archangelic. And then I thought, to make it look cool, I'd put the 2 X's in the front of that. I know most people do that for clans or groups. Not my intention, I just did it because I thought it looked alright. So that's where that happened. Again, not sure where, but that happened, so that was it. So then eventually we get to this. I was a very angry person and it was very late, but basically
Try and update this console.
my PlayStation would start freezing itself, and then at some point it did, but it went to a thing and told me I needed to upload a USB with update file, whatever. Every time I did, though, it wouldn't work, and eventually I did get it back. I had to erase everything. However, it would still freeze, like
See that?
right
Doesn't even
here,
let me go in.
just freeze,
Never seen it.
and then
Went
it would
from
go...
turning itself off one.
It was console shit itself. So for a while, I did stuff on my phone. Like, that was on my phone. These were on my phone. These 2 I borrowed someone's console to do, and I'd used Plotagon on the phone. Eventually, at some point in between here, I got a new PlayStation, and I was able to continue my wrestling live stream, and just live streams in general. Started continuing with stuff. Finished off this season 2 of that, some more games with people. We got more party games, because their party games are fun to do. Cringy review. I guess I'll play this as an example. So I did, some stuff, friends hanging out, but
confused. I was like, dude, I don't even fucking know.
again, just nonsense. Not really serious videos, but nonsense. The joke there was I pretended the elevator was knocking us around, but overall, same stuff. Again, I did small snippet videos like these, but, another video share factory. Oh, excuse me. Continuing on, I eventually got Resident Evil Village, and it was a game I was excited to stream, so I started doing that. In between this and this, I moved out of my house and into a friend's house, and so basically, I went from, these I was able to do because I was still at home. I'll see if I can find that right there, straight up.
A
If it's
stream
gonna
ago
play.
said they wanted to see Jess. Well, here she
Yeah.
is.
Oh, there's Puddin'. So basically,
Puddin'!
yeah, just
Look at it.
recording. That was after that I'd moved, and eventually it led me into being at a friend's house where I had my own room and stuff, but I didn't do much because I couldn't. So in my house I have an internet, but at my friend's house he uses a mobile hotspot as well. So I basically went back to how I first started doing YouTube, which of course, since I was playing a lot of stream games now, I couldn't do anymore, so I just stopped them. Eventually, I got my own modem, although that didn't end up going well, but I was able to continue the streams. As you can see, I uploaded a lot more. I went from doing these three, then I did a stream when I had the modem, and then I was doing like maybe one video a day. Eventually, I led into this, which is my official showing off my new name. As you can see, it was a long time ago I changed my name, so this was the first time kind of showing it. I started doing review stuff, as you can see, like this. I would, I could start affording stuff, and I wanted to buy. I'm a huge fan of sword, like toys that light up. So I bought that. I want to believe it was a fortnight later, I think, I ended up buying this. One of my favorites still, again. I was a nerd. I did a review for something I had bought previously but wanted to do. I did a room tour with a room I had at the time.
So I'm gonna
So,
probably should see a video too before this one.
Just kind of showing off. This was the room I had for now.
When I wear jumpers, it kind of...
So, just...
And I was a survivor.
Random. Don't need to worry about it. Over time, just doing stuff. I started getting into shorts around here, which is why I started doing shorts. And you'll notice some videos before say shorts, like here. It's because once I discovered shorts, I went back and any video that was counted as a short, I changed to put the hashtag on, so people would see it's a short. Another review, another one I'm happy about.
Pretty basic standard. It's got the typical red. It's a little.
So yeah, just I love doing stuff like that. I'd say after in between here and here, I moved back into my old house, which basically meant I moved back to everything I had before. So the internet, my setup and stuff. So eventually, so as an example, I think, so I'm going to show these off just because they're a bit cringe, but, so the first one, I was in my old room, in my friend's house, little man bun and stuff, cringe. Then, second one was the same thing. Same background. And then with this one, again, my highest rated video, but I believe I was in the room I'm currently in, which is why, as you can see, that there's basically the patterns that are on the wall. So that's in between those two, I moved back. So that's why I started going back to doing, as you can see, doing more live streams, continuing cringed in, another opening, and one that I'm happy about. Because I've always wanted items like this my whole life, so...
The thumb looks out of...
The thumbs are thick, yeah.
So, basically, yeah, buying stuff. I wanted to do more buying stuff and uploading it to my channel, so... There's that, I tried out some snacks, more streams. I found a bunch of old videos from back when I was moved out, so I uploaded those. Continuing on, I got a bit miffed at Cold War because it was some stuff was just getting to me. But basically, overall, keeping going. I wasn't uploading constant stuff, it was random, basically. That's what eventually leads into this, which is basically, these are all recent, so within a month. So, as you can see, doing some more random stuff, did some Rick and Morty because it was a game I recently bought. Started doing more Strife Wrestling. more random videos. I did another unboxing and one that, again, it's a milestone for me because it's one of the items I've always wanted to get. And then we're going to lead into here, which after this, I had finally got a PC thanks to a good friend of mine. And I started doing PC stuff. So as you can see in what you're most likely going to continue seeing, I was just on the PC. All these videos, all on the PC. I'm not moving from PlayStation to PC, it's just I have a lot more on PC I can do. So that's why, as you can see, just non-stop PC. I finished off my Cringed In series here, and we're leading into now, that was yesterday. So that's basically it for history. So currently I'm still on PC doing stuff. I do have stuff on PlayStation to do, but for now the PC's got a lot more. One thing I might do is kind of show off something. So go here and we'll go to most popular. So I'd say again, number one video, this, but shorts are a great way to go up views, even if you're not afraid to get dislikes, then they're a good way, because with, I guess, the way YouTube works, if you upload a short, most people are going to see it because it gets put onto that section, and someone's going to click on a video that they find interesting or with a title or thumbnail. So, again, I don't know why that one specifically, but it did. But yeah, so as you can see, my top views video is one from 2 months ago. It got 1k views, over 1k, compared to one from 10 months ago, which is dead. But then you look at something like, so yeah, again, 2 months ago, 1k views. I look at something I did 5 years ago, it's only 118. So, very different, and again, it's all randomized. But like I said when I first made my channel, I created YouTube to upload freely, do my own thing and everything. I don't care to get popular. I don't want to be the next big YouTuber. I don't care to, if I get a video that has no views for 10 years, fine by me. Basically, to me, YouTube was a platform where I could upload years worth of content and look back at it. Sure, there could be... I try to keep within the rules, of course. I don't do stuff to get my channel taken down. I don't get stuff to cause strikes. If I get copyrighted videos, I either get rid of the video as a whole, or I clip it so there's just no audio or whatnot. So, essentially, I just made a platform. I can upload for as long as I can, all these memories, and that's pretty much it. If there ever is a point I feel like I'm not going to have YouTube for long, I could just easily try and get back as many videos as I could. I don't know, but for now, that's really it. So I'm someone who treats myself like I have an audience, even though I do not. Hence why a lot of my videos and streams, I will talk like there's people there, but there's not. And if people do come by, to me, that's a milestone, because there is an audience. But essentially, that's it. That's all I really wanted to do. That was just a retrospective thing. Didn't want to keep it too long. Just wanted to kind of show it off. But anyway, thank you for watching. If you have any ideas you want me to do, anything you want me to do, let me know. I have some plans in the future. Like, one thing I thought of doing was maybe going through specific videos that people want me to watch of myself, or react to friends' videos and stuff like that. I don't want to react to stuff that I know will copyright me or I don't have permission to. So, that's why I'll probably do it for close friends. But until then, I'm just going to keep uploading what I do, what I can, what I feel. And, I don't know. I'll see how things go next year. Once next year starts, it's a brand new year, brand new stuff. So, only time can tell what can happen. So, until then, thank you for watching. If you watched it all the way, thank you very much. And, again, like if you liked it, comment what you liked, what you want me to do. And I will see you, hopefully, in the next one. So, thank you and goodbye.